Hello, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I will be planting some plants in the backyard. We have this trellis right behind me and there's one pot on either side. So I'm using those pots to plant some plants that will eventually grow over and around the trellis. So come watch while we choose the plants, we plant them. And I actually planted these plants about a month ago. I'm just doing the intro right now. So at the end of the video, I can actually show you, so you'll get to see, you know, the progress that's been made and how they're growing so far. So again, thank you for watching, and if you haven't already, subscribe for more videos just like this. It looks really similar to the Jasmine. I just don't really know much about either one. Just like a memory. So we have this trellis. I would like to put some sort of plant, a climbing plant that will be planted in the pot on either side, and then eventually climb up and around the trellis. We're thinking the star jasmine flower, or star jasmine vine. My dad suggested wisteria vine, which has a pretty bloom, pretty blossom. Just seems to be more expensive than the jasmine, but we'll see. We'll see what we can find. And I kind of started on this pot, like trying to straighten it. As you can see, it's kind of lopsided, so even, I don't know, this trellis is like falling over also. Kind of need to straighten it out and secure it a little better. But overall, I think this is really pretty, has a lot of potential to look really nice. So let's see what we can do. So at this point, I am really just trying to straighten out these pots. That way the trellis is also straight. But the owners of this house had some plants in here already. So the pots were full with dirt, which made them very heavy. Am I who you thought I'd be? Am I what you pictured? Did you have me standing here? So as you can see, I was trying to use that black and gray pot to take some of the dirt out. So I took dirt out of the terracotta pots, which made it easier for me to move them around. And then I was able to straighten them, put them where they need to go. And I was able to straighten the trellis. That way it's not leaning over as much. And try to just get it in the best position, you know, based on the dirt and the land. And here I'm just putting some of the pavements back that I had to move when I moved the terracotta pot. You can see it's standing up more straight. The pots are more in line with one another, because before I even started filming, that little crack on the pot, it was leaned over so much that that crack was like right there where the pavers are. So it was really lopsided. Pots are standing up more straight, and it just looks more clean and presentable and pretty. Yeah. And I think now we're ready to plant our plants in there. And hopefully in maybe a year or so, we will have some more growth above the trellis.
So hot.
So there's this one, but here's the jasmine. I don't really want yellow flowers though. This one looks like the white jasmine, but I'm not really sure what potato vine is. I think this says jasmine also, and it's the white flowers. You can see there. But this one looks like the flowers are a little full.
Wait, let go.
Okay, I'm not really sure which one to pick because I don't know what the potato vine is. Unless we get one of each, and then we can do both.
Or 2 of each.
You can try that. Okay, here's the one I was looking for. It's kind of like a pink flower, whitish pink. So we're gonna try one of each. One potato vine and one of the normal jasmine vine.
Oh, just like a memory, you never left me, you just left too soon. I'll save you a seat next to me.
So it's a couple days later. These are the plants that we chose. Like I mentioned, at Home Depot we ended up getting one jasmine and one potato vine. If you know anything about this plant, please let me know what you know in the comments. It looks really similar to the jasmine. I just don't really know much about either one. Having one on either side, one in each pot, is, you know, not a bad idea. They look similar, so it'll have like some sort of balance, I think, some sort of symmetry, and maybe eventually, like, you know, intermingle with one another once it reaches that point. That won't be for a while, I assume. They are only like a couple feet, so let's see how this looks. Here we go. Bless you. Okay, I'm gonna put this potato one more with the more prominent flowers on the left side, and we'll see how they do. I don't really know how fast they grow, but we'll see.
Written in my soul, it's your blood that I bleed. Wherever you are, wherever I'll be, I'll save you a seat. I feel you in the rain that falls, so I still get shivers.
Hopefully this doesn't die. I think, I can't remember, but I think even if it does die, I think you could still like exchange it or return it for a new plant if your plant does die. But I think you need the receipt.
Wait, you need those too.
I'm just like fluffing this up.
Let me see
Fluffing it up. Yeah, like loosen the roots a little.
Yeah, we can like loosen the roots.
The root.
That's what we need to do.
I was reading that during the first year or so of after you plant the plant,
Yeah.
it is really working on establishing its roots, and so because of that it doesn't really produce that many flowers or bloom as quickly. Kind of like humans, gotta establish your roots and then you can blossom. Kind of the same. Who knew we were so similar to plants? And then I don't know if I'm supposed to untie all this or leave it tied. Well, I guess the plant is like tied together. I guess we can untie it, and that way it can find the stake to kind of like grow onto.
in it.
Okay.
Wherever you are, wherever I'll be, I'll save you a seat. Keep your room like nothing's changed.
Just a common jasmine plant. It's like a white pinkish flower in this picture. So dig hole twice as wide and as deep, which is what you normally do for most plants. Loosen plant's root base and place into the ground.
Hello.
And these say full sun, which they won't be getting full sun. Hopefully that's not a big issue. We get sun most of the day. Again, we'll see. So I don't really know if I'm supposed to be taking these apart, but I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. I think if we want it to grow onto here, I think we have to. I'll take this tag off, but maybe leave it here so we can like reference the directions if we need to. And just stick it in the dirt. Stick it in the dirt. Okay. I think I might leave the bottom rubber band on just to give it some structure. Well, I can take the middle one off. Yeah, so now it's a little more opened up. That's pretty. And then we can like lean it towards the wooden stakes. Okay, so this looks nice. I think if we you kind of have to train vines to grow where you want them to. So I think this is a good start. We planted these, I would say mid-April, and right now it's like mid-May, almost towards the end of May. And this one I am really shocked at how tall it's grown. And it's also like pretty full, given that it has grown in height a lot. The tag said to have it in full sun, which it's not, but it's still doing really well. This stem right here I've attached to the trellis, so I think as it grows more in height, I can continue doing that. Like this one here, we could, attach soon. They're still growing. They're not like extremely tall yet, but I think it's looking really good so far. So many birds. Oh, that one's blue. We have the jasmine right here. Now this one hasn't really grown as much as I thought it would, like height-wise. It's still pretty short. It definitely has been blooming, but I think it's just been like growing more, I guess, stems, but not really growing in height, I guess you could say. And then another thing that I was feeling conflicted about, so after looking at the pictures of jasmine, like the ones I showed in the beginning, you see the one type of jasmine going over the trellis, and so then I was like, should I be doing two different types of plants, or should I just do jasmine on both sides? because they will be different. You know, there will be, like if you look at the left side, there will be different type of leaf and flower. And then on the right side is the jasmine, which is a different type of leaf and flower. And is it gonna look weird? Like it's gonna look unsymmetrical. It's not gonna look uniform. So I was kind of feeling like I made the wrong choice. I think once the potato vine, it goes up and all the way over, and the jasmine goes up and all the way over, then it'll look more uniform. There will be two, you know, vines essentially mixed in together, and that will just give it a more like fuller look. It just won't look right until we achieve that, which might take a while. But I think this will be a good place to kind of experiment with that. You know, try two different plants, and once they are covering the entire trellis, both of them, then it'll look nice and like a layered look, sort of. I think I'm just going to leave it and see how it looks. It'll be a nice little experiment because I do want to put jasmine in other parts in the backyard, and in those areas I'll just, you know, stick to one kind of plant. And then another thing I saw was, I read somewhere that jasmine doesn't do that great when it's in a pot. So I don't know, if you know anything about that, let me know in the comments. So that's the update of the plants. They're looking really good. I'm happy with our choices. I'm kind of glad I chose the potato plant, as you know, then you guys get to see how it looks and sort of the growth pattern. It's growing really quickly, I would say, and it's pretty. I think the flowers are pretty. Thanks again for watching my video. Make sure to subscribe and like the video. Subscribe to my channel and press the notification bell, which will, I guess, notify you when I post a video. So thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time.
Tried to love, but it's not the same. Not damn near broke when I heard your name. You had to go, you couldn't stay. So how safe you a seat next to me. You always at the table. Hope you're about what you see. Watching with